Call Paul Quinn.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to start off by saying that I think it's appropriate that all of us recognise that people hold different views on this matter, and I think we should respect that. And I guess the disappointment that I have had in listening to the debate so far, particularly from the Labor benches, is that in Charles Chauvel's view, because people are not Republican, they're wrong, full stop. And in Phil Twyford's view, he talks about progressing this matter under stealth. Who, Phil, is progressing matters under stealth on this issue? And then, of course, I'm happy to go into a rugby game against you, Trevor. And in terms of Gareth, he talks about plucking up the courage. I back my spine against yours any day you want on the rugby paddock or anywhere, Trevor. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. For me, my own view in this, is driven, if I might say so, by the issues raised by the Maori Party member contribution, because... Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Point of order, Paul Quinn.
I understand interjections are allowed, but a constant barrage of yelling and screaming is against standing orders.
Well, speaking to the point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallett.
Mr. Speaker, if the member responds as he did, then the rules are very clear. Members can go back. If he ignores it, then he might have had a point, and if he was in his own seat, he'd have another one.
Thank you. I just remind the member not to use the word lies. You mentioned it a couple of times. Just keep the noise down. Interjections are fine. Continual barracking, however, it's not. If I can't hear, then the level is too hot. Paul Quinn.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In respect of my own view, first and foremost, well, if you actually listen, you might hear it. First and foremost, I personally believe that there is not an urgent and pressing desire by the community at large and the public at large to actually have this debate right now. And therefore, I'm not persuaded that just for the sake of it, we should do it on that basis alone. But more permanently, but more specifically, in fact, I don't proclaim to be an expert on tikanga Māori. My contribution to progressing and advancing Māori causes, my skill sets are in other areas, and I do not profess to be an expert in tikanga. But what I can say is that my karaua and my kuia hold very dear to the fact that the Treaty of Waitangi that their ancestors signed was a pact between them and the Crown. And it is their wish to hold the Crown to account in respect to the Treaty of Waitangi. And I take my guidance from that because, in fact, that pays my respects to my father and my family, his father and his father before that, because they are the people that in fact are responsible for trying to advance with the Crown in partnership the cause of Māori. And so for that reason alone, I would in fact uphold that desire of theirs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I call